finally listening to us, Tori.
Love it.
They came out with what I thought was a great game plan on offense, playing to Mariota's and his team's strengths. I'm thankful today that we got to see their most balanced performance of the year offensively. 131 yards through the air, 149 on the ground, distributed across the stat sheet for 9 different playmakers.
I asked Mariota about this balanced offensive attack after the game, and he was actually the one who brought up exactly what you're talking about regarding spreading the ball out. His words exactly, it makes us tough to stop. He also said it helps when your offensive line is dominating the line of scrimmage, which they were. The Falcons' offensive line was one of the highest graded O-lines of Week 11.
Wow.
You got to give credit where credit is due for those 5 guys up front.
Good confidence builder for them as they face a tough front in Washington this week. Also, fun fact, the Falcons have rushed for more than 1,750 yards through the first 11 games for the first time since 2006. Speaking of the run game and thankfulness, how thankful are we for CP? Not only does he continue to be a huge part of this offense, but he finally got to the top of the mountain. He's been climbing his whole career, setting the NFL record with his 9th career kickoff return for a touchdown. That was such a pure moment, too, as the whole team came over and celebrated with him.
Oh, yeah, you gotta love that for a guy like CP, a journeyman, if you will, a 10-year veteran who's experiencing a career renaissance in his 30s with absolutely no sign of slowing down. I mean, the story is just mwah, chef's kiss. But nothing compares, in my opinion, to what Grady Jarrett said in the locker room after the win when he was asked about seeing CP make history. He said point blank that the Falcons are a better team when Cordarrelle Patterson is on the field.
It's so true. He does so much more than just on the field work for them. Meanwhile, this defense was eating as well. 4 sacks for the second time this season, 9 tackles for loss, 5 hits on Justin Fields, a clutch game-icing interception and limiting the NFL's best rushing team on the ground to 160 yards, including Justin Fields. This type of quarterback that has really given the Falcons fits in recent years. But I especially have to shout out the defense for rebounding after a terrible game in Carolina.
Talking to some of these defensive linemen recently, you really got a sense that they took that Carolina game personally. They knew the challenge that awaited them facing the league's best rushing offense in Chicago, and their game plan was actually very clear. Do not let Justin Fields beat you, and he didn't. I do think this game is another evolution for this defense, and what I mean by that is they saw what they needed to fix, they put a game plan together, and they executed that game plan. I know that sounds very simple, but this is actually a really good step in the right direction for this unit.
And of course, we are thankful for fun fits today and every day. Time now for Walkin' In, presented by Wells Fargo. We'll start with so many Falcons fans' favorite player on the roster, Desmond Ridder, giving y'all fuel for your hype train with this fire fit. It is fire to me because it seems warm, cozy, and designer, all the most important aspects of fashion as far as I'm concerned.
Y'all know I lovingly call out the Ridder ruckus any chance I get because I do love y'all, but I think Kelly and I agree that this sweater is ruckus worthy.
Another ruckus worthy sweater with Tyler Algier. Loyal viewers of the show know Tori and I are obsessed with this sweatshirt specifically. It is fun to see the players embrace it. I'm a huge fan of pretty much anything Algier does, so really he can do no wrong.
Tyler, if you're watching this, Kelly and I would like to be your bestie so we can wear our matching Sunday sweaters.
Yes.
Also, I too throw up the panic peace sign whenever a camera is pointed my way. Another reason for us all to be friends.
Not the panic peace sign. Let's wrap it up with Darren Hall, whose jacket kind of gives me retro NASCAR vibes. It is also bedazzled and disco balls, very much having a moment recently, so there's a lot of fun energy going on here, which checks out for Darren as a person.
Yes, and NASCAR was literally the first word that popped into my head when I saw this fit. Also, I must say that yellow is quite the choice, but when it's pulled off, it's very striking, and I think Darren does indeed pull it off.